to Some Offense Intended. I'm Jeremy Robinson.
I am Mike Mick.
No, nobody needs a pun gun.
He uses it for his content, so I think he needs it.
We're not doing the TikTok live this week because I didn't feel like setting it up, and it feels to me like it might take away from like how the feel of the podcast is of like, because we're trying to talk to this camera and that camera, and then like every once in a while you have more people join and you're trying to like, oh, this is what we're about, and it to me it just seems like it takes away from fucking everything. So
it takes away from our topics and our
like I like it because we can have people like interact, but it's I don't know, it just seems like if I was listening to a fucking podcast in the car that was recorded,
yeah,
and like several times in the middle of it, it's if you're just joining us now, and repeat fucking everything from the beginning.
Well, plus we're asking for comments, and the people listening in their car or something recorded, they can't really comment.
Yeah, so
and I'm sure they probably have thoughts come to their mind, but
so that's I don't know if we'll figure out something to do, maybe about doing lives separate or I don't know.
Yeah.
Because there's so much shit on my plate, and not actual shit, not actual plate.
Yeah,
obviously. But yeah, I'm like I don't know how I feel. So I just sent one of the videos to a friend so that he can edit it and see how he does chopping stuff up and doing whatever. And if I like it, if he likes doing it, we'll see like how much money he wants to do it, how long it took him, whatever, and see if that can start helping us build more, because it's still not like we're definitely not hitting the goals that we wanted.
No.
And again, we're not really doing a lot to try to do anything different either. So
no, we need to.
I don't fucking know.
We need to do some. I think some TikTok things when we're not doing the show.
Yeah. A lot of that's like just short content stuff that we haven't been doing, whatever. But if you're not following TikTok and Twitter at Some Offense Pod, Facebook and Instagram and YouTube at Some Offense Intended, and like, share, subscribe, whatever podcast platform you listen to. I saw something recently that like Pandora, you might have to upload it separately to now, because they had some like massive disagreement with like how everything was happening. So I don't even know if we're on Pandora anymore.
Oh, I didn't know if we ever got on there because they were never responding.
Yeah, because I was trying to do it separately, but they never fucking did this or that. So I'm like, I have no idea. And then I saw that just this week. So this week there's a bottle back here called JURA, JURA. It's a single malt Scotch whiskey. It's called The Sound.
I do like single malt.
So I got this when I was on my trip to Mexico, because it was the duty free. So I got this in a bottle of tequila. The same was last time, Centenario. So this one was the cheapest of the four. It was like $40 or $50 still for the bottle. And it's really fucking good. So I can only imagine how much like the $140 bottle was. Like how fucking good that one was.
It smells good.
It's very, very fucking good. So cheers.
Cheers. That is good.
Very good.
Very good. I enjoy it.
Yeah. So
I do want to point out to our people who are seeing this on YouTube, I do have a new shirt. Hashtag the Pew Pew Life.
Yeah. And little, what is that? The registered trademark?
No, that is actually Colion Noir's logo.
Oh.
It's got a C inside of an N.
It's fucking looking in the screen. It looks like it's.
Yeah, it looks very much like a trademark. But yeah, that's his website.
Huh.
Hashtag. If you want to speak with him, you put hashtag the Pew Pew Life.
Huh.
And if you want to buy something, you go to the websites. You can type in Pew Pew Life and it gets you right to him. But he has good videos, so that's why I wear it.
I've seen some of them.
I've sent you a couple.
Yeah. I definitely haven't watched everything you've sent me. I watch a lot of them, but there's some like I'll open it and it's like, this is how long? I'm like, I'm not watching.
I try not to send long ones, but the one long one I sent you recently, I'll all you really had to do was watch the beginning of it, and you hear all these people talking about how, like,
Yeah.
like Madonna's on there saying something about how she wanted to, or one of the celebrities was on there saying something about wanting to burn the White House because Trump had been in office.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, so
Yeah, it's okay when one side
on one side
it's
talks
fucking
about not
stupid.
being
There's
peaceful.
so much dumb shit going on right now.
It happens on both sides. Both sides are like, you can't do that after doing it themselves.
Yeah. Um yeah, like there's a lot of weird going on right now. That's like it almost doesn't seem like any of it's fucking real. Like reporters are now getting arrested by the FBI for documenting what happened on January 6th. Like what happened to freedom of press.
Yeah.
Like a federal agency, the FBI,
Huh.
but they were a federally licensed press reporter, a federally licensed journalist. Like they're allowed to do like to be on scene like at the White House, Congress,
Yeah.
and anywhere else. So like they're a federally credentialed journalist. That was the word I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And they were recorded being arrested, walked out to an unmarked car by FBI agents for documenting. They didn't say what it was for, but
Yeah.
he was in the process of doing everything regarding January 6th stuff. And
Well, it's like I always say, I mean, you take away one right, what right do you want to give up next?
yeah, the left.
Because
Yeah, it's every it's just a fucking domino effect.
the freedom of press would be one of those rights that would be
Yeah.
easily taken away. Once you start taking one away, you can start taking away all the others.
Then it goes. There's so much weird shit. So Texas, because they are having so many issues with the federal government that they were talking about seceding again.
Yeah.
But magically,
Delicious.
again, another, I think it's the second or third massive chicken processing facility and egg farm in the States happens to be in Texas, happened to blow up a few weeks ago.
Well, that's not good.
Not the first one. I don't think it's going to be the last. That's why egg prices are again $5 a dozen.
But I like chicken a lot.
Yeah. So
I've been
like
eating a lot lately.
chicken and egg prices are going up.
Well, shit.
But also like there's like Texas sometimes has wildfires.
Yeah.
But around the same time as the chicken farm blowing up, I think it's not close to where the wildfires are, of one of the biggest wildfires in Texas history. And when I looked, I don't know, it was like yesterday or 2 days ago, it was 3% under control. Like there's a lot of weird shit happening that's like right when, and Texas has the ability to secede and then be their own country. And they would be in like the top 10 countries of the world in population, military force, export, like they're already set. They're bigger than most other countries. Like it would be completely different.
I can already hear it. He hasn't said it. I'm not saying he said it or is going to say it, but I can already hear Biden saying, see, if you let the illegals in, they could help you put out that fire.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying, I could hear it happening.
Yeah, probably.
Or actually,
well, you wouldn't be able to understand it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it would be, the thing on the thing, and the thing would thing.
Yeah, with the people. Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's nobody does.
It's on a fucking teleprompter, and you can't even get it right.
So Mike's normally the one that brings up fast food, but there's two things that I found that are really stupid.
Did you hear about Wendy's?
Yeah, that's one of them. So Panera Bread, since we're segueing out of politics to fast food, Panera has a thing that's both in California.
Yes, I do know about this.
Gavin Newsom is signed some bill or like is pushing for a $20 an hour minimum wage price hike.
Yeah.
From, I think they were already one of the fucking highest in the nation, like 12
for
or
like fast
15
food,
or 17. I don't fucking
know. It was like
know.
18 or some shit. I don't know.
So he's pushing it to 20. However, there's a clause in there that exempts fast food places that also have a bakery.
Yes.
Like something weird like that.
Yeah, it's exactly that. If they bake their own bread and
Yeah,
sell the bread separately outside of what their food is, yeah,
yeah.
they don't. They're
So
exempt from having to pay that.
so why it's weird is because there's a guy that owns 11, 20,
A
15,
billionaire, yeah,
a lot of fucking Paneras in California,
yeah,
is one of Newsom's biggest donators.
yes, and he's somehow exempt from having to pay the. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. I saw that
So,
same
and then
story.
I saw it was like, so every fast food place is going to start selling muffins. Like they're just going to start baking their own muffins or cupcakes. Like
Yeah,
it's as long as you have something, it
but
doesn't fucking matter. You got a little easy bake oven and fucking sell three a day. You don't have to sell them.
but the thing is that Pizza Hut's already been baking things. They have desserts they bake all the time.
Yeah, but is it, what do they consider
See,
like
but
the
it's not
bakery
bread,
part?
you
Like
know.
that's, yeah. So like, is it, does it have to be bread? Is it anything baked? Is it anything this? Is it anything, who knows? I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was like, there's more and more stacking up right now on fucking Newsom. And also, like before we're fully off of politics, because I don't want to fucking stay on it for too long. I guess I was incorrect. Like a couple weeks ago, I said that the European protests were successful.
Yeah.
It looks like they have not stopped yet.
Oh,
So I don't know if they're on the way to success. I don't know where to fucking look up news on that.
neither do I.
But I keep seeing more and more and more and newer. And like now Ireland, like now Germany, even more. Like it's fucking everywhere in Europe. So like kind of selfish. I hope whatever the fuck's going on stops before September so that when I go visit Europe again, it's not fucking stupid. But also because I want them to have like what they fucking want and what they
Yeah.
deserve, which is not living under the thumb of a fucking government saying you can't use land for farming. You can't grow food. You can't, like, fuck you.
Oh, I agree fully.
That's fucking insane. So, but yeah, so the Wendy's thing, Wendy's introduced a new, is introducing in several areas
Yeah.
a new business model that nobody has ever done, I think, ever before.
Well, other than like Uber.
Of, yeah, but they got in trouble for it and they've scaled it back significantly, but no food place.
Yeah.
So what they did is they, and I think 20 different stores or some small number of stores, they installed like digital signage everywhere so that it like rolls through the menus and it's fucking beautiful and whatever. But they also introduced something that is called surge pricing.
Yeah. They call it
So
something else, but yeah, it's essentially surge pricing.
yeah, that's, they don't call it anything.
They had something. I can't remember
Yeah.
what it was. I read the article.
But it's basically if they still had a burger that was $1, which I don't think they do.
No, they don't.
And if they're open, which they're supposed to be fucking 24 hours, most of them, and they aren't.
They're open late night. They open till like
Well,
12 and 1.
that one on Vista is fucking 24, and I've been like 5 fucking times in the past 6 months, year, and it's been open one of those 5 times.
That's ridiculous.
So I either end up going to Del Taco, just going home and being like, okay, I'm either not going to eat or take a while to make food. Like,
Well,
this is fucking stupid.
it reminds me though, something you like actually has a sale right now. I don't want to forget. That's why I'm interrupting. But Papa John's has a large one topping pizza for $8.99 right now.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I just had Little Caesars on Sunday.
I
So
had Domino's.
I think I'm good for pizza for a while.
I had Domino's. I had a little bit left over before I came over.
Nice. Get the door. It's Domino's. But yeah, so Wendy's price surging. So basically, if you have a burger that's $1 and it's on Tuesday, and this, I saw a short clip, and this is basically how they explain it. I need to start making note of where I saw these so I can give them credit.
Yeah.
So if you have a burger that's $1 on a Tuesday when there's like 4 people in the restaurant, you're gonna pay $1 for the burger, like plus tax, whatever. It's fine. But if that is during Thursday afternoon,
During peak hours.
yeah, Thursday afternoon during peak hours, and the restaurant's like fucking slammed, you can watch the price on the Jumbotron screens that they now have
Go up.
go up to potentially like $3.99 from 99 cents because of the demand.
So, the problem I would have with that is sometimes like I go to the Wendy's near me, and sometimes there'll be a long line in the drive-thru.
Yeah, that's what they said. Is if the dining room and the drive-thru is full, they can jack.
Well,
the
sometimes
prices.
the drive-thru's full and the inside's empty.
Yeah,
but sometimes I go there and nobody's in the drive-thru and nobody's inside either.
yeah.
So that 99-cent burger isn't going to go down to 50 cents.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Like if they're fine with doing this, you've got to fucking go the other way too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
you
thought
have
of.
to. Like if you're open at fucking 1 a.m. and it's been 35 minutes since anybody has fucking talked to you, give me a deal.
Yeah.
Because and that's like, okay, if I see something fucking do that, one, I'm immediately turning around and leaving and might never go back there.
Yeah.
But okay, I guess I'll come back in fucking 2 hours.
Yeah, if I'm driving by and I see the 10 chicken nuggets for 99 cents, I might stop.
Yeah.
That might actually generate business for them. But if I'm driving by and that same 10-piece chicken nugget is now double the price, I'm not stopping.
Yeah, but that's not double. It was 4 times the fucking price.
I'm just using that as an example. Yeah. Either way, I'm just not doing it.
Yeah, but it's also like how much fast food has gone up. And we've talked about this a couple times, but like it's still going.
Oh, I know.
Like I think I stopped at Burger King. One of the fucking restaurants that used to have a good value menu, not McDonald's, because I don't go there anymore. And I think the cheapest sandwich was like $2.40. So like it's not even like $1.60 anymore.
No.
Like
yeah.
there's nothing that's fucking okay of like, because you know how I used to go get shit. Like I would go get like 6 or 7 things off the dollar menu.
Yeah.
And it was, surprise, 6 or 7 fucking dollars.
Now it's not like that.
No, now it's like fucking $19. I'm like, I would rather go get $20 in pennies and fucking eat those.
It's crazy how much it's gone. I mean, just over the years, like Taco Bell used to be so cheap.
Yeah. And that Del Taco too. Del Taco was cheaper than Taco Bell for a long time. Like they still have, I think, Taco Tuesdays at Taco Bell, and you can get, or Del Taco, and you can still get a decent deal, but it's definitely not like it used to be. Like it used to be 10-cent Taco Sundays.
You used to be able to get soft shell tacos for under 50, like 49 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Del Taco had 10-cent Taco Sundays.
Damn, I never even knew about that.
For a long time. Like almost every week after, like when we were growing up, like after church, we'd go to Del Taco with like 2 other families and just fill the fucking table up with tacos.
Damn.
For like $8.
Wow. Yeah, I never knew about the 10-cent tacos.
Yeah. It was great.
Were they all just hard shell, or did they do that with the soft shell too?
Both.
All right.
So we did half and half.
Because I don't like the hard shell. I only like the soft shell tacos.
But it's the same thing as like we've talked about with Arby's before. Like it used to be the 5 for $5.
Yeah, the 5 for $5.55.
The full fucking size sandwiches, like that are
for the regular
amazing.
Size. Yeah. Hey, you could get the roast beef, or you could get the beef and cheddar.
Yeah. But now, like the sandwiches, that's people are calling it like size inflation or some shit. Yeah. Of like, because it's getting more expensive and the size is going down significantly. Because like if you look at a size
inflation,
yeah, if you look at the size of a sandwich from Arby's now versus like 15 years ago, they are not close.
I have to get the half pound when I go there.
They are not, and it's fucking $15.
I just like it so much, though. I don't know why. But it's just, I looked at it. I was going to go to Wendy's yesterday, but my parking garage, it doesn't get much sun on it.
Is it out of order?
No, it doesn't get much sun on it. So like, the snow and the ice on the ramp going out of it, they don't really melt. So, and when I left, the sun had already gone down. So it was around freezing.
So you were just slipping back and forth.
Well, I went to look around. No, I didn't try to. I looked at it first.
Okay.
And because like before, there was actually a time coming over here where the top of it there was ice, but I was able to get up the hill and then over. But Yesterday, the entire ramp was ice.
Jesus.
So I was like, screw it. I'm just going to walk because Wendy's is just around the corner.
Yeah.
And then I was doing my order on the app, and the only option it had for pickup was drive-through.
I don't understand
Their
that.
dining room, for some reason on Sunday, was closed.
I don't understand that.
So then I looked at some options for Uber Eats, and I'm like, I'm not spending $44
Jesus.
for delivery from fucking Arby's.
Yeah, no.
Or, so I go, screw it, I order Domino's. And there I was actually able to go in and pick it up. Interestingly enough, I was able to walk down there and get it. Yeah, it sucked. It pissed me off. I mean, I was going to walk anyway, but it pissed me. I'm like, I'm out in the cold. I'm about to order my food from Wendy's because I wanted to get there, so give myself more time to get there to, have it be ready. But
yeah.
They haven't had the dining room closed since around
COVID.
the pandemic.
Yeah.
Since actually after the pandemic, they still had it closed for a long time.
That shit was so annoying. So annoying. Like, there's people are going to be too close together, but other restaurants were okay to as soon as you sit down, you can have 18 fucking people at a table kissing, but they don't have to wear their masks. But if you're walking in by yourself and there's nobody fucking anywhere near you, you have to get the fuck out of here.
Well, like at our job though, they had it. They sent us an email saying, "Don't be fist bumping, don't be standing next to each other, don't be getting too close, stay 6 feet apart." And then it's like, oh, let's go ahead and have our pre-shift meeting.
Yeah.
Everybody,
literally everyone touching.
Everybody get close. Everybody get close.
And then they whisper, like, bro, fuck, it doesn't.
I was at one of those pre-shift meetings and I stood back and they're like, everybody get close. I'm like, no. Then they start talking about social distancing and I'm like,
did you see there's articles that says we can basically treat COVID like the flu now? No,
I've seen other things. I've seen a whole lot of stupid shit. I've heard about people saying that worldwide mandating on vaccines. I've seen things about the vaccine.
I saw China remasked again, or a semi shutdown, kind of weird. But I don't know.
But I also heard something about more cases and how
but
they've known about it since 2015, and that's why they were able to get a vaccination when they did.
Yeah, because the patent for the vaccine was from 2016 or 2017.
Yeah.
The very first fucking.
So that's why that's why they were able to get it when they did, because they already had it.
Yeah.
They just acted like they were working on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't know how to. We just need more money. Oh, here's $3 trillion to. Guess what I found?
Look what I did.
I just found it. You won't believe this.
It was in my kid's toy chest.
These pair of pants that I didn't wear in 5 years. I put them on yesterday and what's in my back pocket? And it was a recipe for the fucking vaccine and the patent I already filed. I forgot.
And I reached in my pocket and I got stabbed by a needle. And next thing I know, I wasn't able to get COVID anymore. It was weird. Yeah. I found it.
But then 2 days later, I got it and gave it to fucking everyone I knew because it didn't work. And possibly caused clots and fucking heart issues and literally a laundry list of fucking everything.
Yeah, because you got COVID from somebody who had gotten the...
Yes. Yes, I got COVID from a vaccinated roommate.
Yeah.
The only roommate that I had that was vaccinated gave me and Josh, who lived with me at the time, gave us both COVID.
Yeah.
From a vaccinated individual.
I remember getting your lunch bag and dropping it off before going to Burnley.
Yep.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, that was fun.
I never got it, fortunately. Yeah, I don't want it.
It sucked. It was weird.
You can keep it. I don't want it. Somebody at work was telling me how he's like, oh, I don't believe it's real. I think it was just like the flu. And I was like, talking about somebody that we both know. I was like, yeah, go tell him that. See what he has to say. Because he had an ambulance have to come and pick him up from his house.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Yeah, at the beginning, I thought it might have been a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
It's definitely a new illness, definitely a new something, but they definitely blew it the fuck out of proportion.
Well, I remember there was a thing on somebody came out on, I don't remember, she might have been on Twitter, and this person was like, everybody should boycott and not get Tesla because of what their CEO said about the pandemic and how he's spreading all these lies. And I'm like, okay, you don't like what he had to say. He has a right to say it.
Yeah.
But they have employees. There's a lot of people who work for them. Maybe don't, take it out on the people who are trying to make a living.
Yeah.
Because you're not affecting him at all.
Yeah, and I mean, like Joe Rogan said the same, or like worse, better, whatever. Joe Rogan said way more of like what were the names of the fucking? I can't even remember the names of them. What like hydro something?
Yeah, I don't remember. But
Hydrochloroquine, and
this is the beginning. This is before even there was even a vaccination.
yeah, but for a long time, Joe Rogan fucking like hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah,
which that's what it was, and there's another one that was like you do both of these or whatever, and like so everybody was fucking starting to do that, and like some people didn't know the doses, and then some people were fucking stupid.
What?
A lot of people were stupid, and were like, because Trump was like, well, we need to find some way to like basically like think about it, like if you intake bleach and like it purifies like whatever's inside you to kill the vaccine or to kill the virus.
He wasn't
like, that's
saying go
something we
drink
need.
bleach.
No, and there's people that went and fucking drank it.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What Trump told me to."
No, nobody told you to drink bleach.
Like Jesus fuck.
I didn't need somebody to come out on the news and say later, don't drink bleach. It's bad for you. Because I know it's bad for me.
Yeah.
I know that's not going to end well. That's not going to make me immune to any diseases of any kind.
Yeah.
But no, he came out and he was saying, I don't think it's a big deal. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then, the same person who said boycott it wasn't out there going, hey, look at all the respirators they made. Good job, guys.
Yeah, but that was weird too, because how much they were using respirators.
Yeah.
The people that they used the respirators on had like more advanced illness faster. And less of them recovered.
But it was making an effort is what I'm getting at.
Well, yeah. Oh, you're talking about them making, yeah, no. I was thinking about them using it. Like that's
making them and
yeah.
Because people were saying we need respirators. And there wasn't enough people making them. So
but then there was the whole this fucking another whole episode going political.
I have some topics that can get us off of the politics.
There was the whole like for a long time of like, oh, the hospitals are so slam packed that we had to convert the parking garages to fucking blah blah blah. And like there's reporters and journalists going into like recording.
And there was nothing there.
The hospitals were empty. Like a lot of hospitals that were getting massive emergency funding and massive everything.
I saw the video. They're walking like, where are these patients?
Full fucking areas, like the cafeteria area cleared out and just stacked with like the respirator machines and fucking everything that they had gotten as emergency funding and emergency use and emergency.
It made it sound like you were going to be tripping over patients as you walk in.
Yeah, and there's 4 fucking people in the building.
Yeah.
4.
It's ridiculous.
Like I don't understand how so many people got away with so much bullshit in such a short time, and all of them made fucking millions of dollars on it.
Because it's panic.
Or billions.
As a group, people are stupid.
Yeah.
And that was a big group. The entire planet. That's how that works.
Yeah.
But I do want to change the subject to I was at Save Mart last week. And something interesting happened. They always do the Free Friday thing.
Yeah.
At work, a lot of times, if I know I'm going to the grocery store, I go on breaks, I will go on the app once it hits midnight and look what the free thing is that week.
Right.
Then I'll clip the coupon. So I did that. I go to the store. I get the free bottle of water they have. And it rings up. It doesn't go off. It doesn't give me the $1. It doesn't give me the free. So I'm like, excuse me, this was supposed to be free. I downloaded the coupon yesterday. And she's like, oh, okay. And she takes it off. I go to Save Mart the next day. And I'm like,
it's still on your account.
It's still on my account. So I went ahead and got another bottle of water.
Jesus Christ. Nice.
It's pretty good water, too. But I was walking out.
Was it liquid?
Yes, it was liquid. And the bottle
that's the best water.
Is recycled plastic. It's supposed to keep plastic out of the ocean.
Ah.
How's Atlantis going to rise again if they don't have all that plastic to make
Yeah.
them more buoyant,
Yeah, they got to have something to fucking like
bring them back up?
boost off of.
Yeah. So, but as I'm walking out of the store one day, this blew my mind. This person's following somebody out the door, yelling at them, and I hear her say, "That's the second time you've stolen from here. Don't you ever come back." I'm like, what the fuck am I doing paying for shit? All I have to do is walk out
That,
with no.
Those are the words that Gavin Newsom said.
But this isn't California. This is Nevada.
Yeah, but we're fucking like shortly behind. But that's the same thing of like, why do I have to pay for this fucking $700 worth of groceries if these motherfuckers?
Yeah,
are just
he
running
actually
out
is the
with
one
it?
who said that one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why do I have to pay for this if everybody can just run out with it? Like,
Well,
that,
because
ding, 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 motherfucker.
Because if you don't pay for your groceries, do you know what happens eventually? The grocery store isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
There are actually stores in areas that have closed because
The Walmart on Nellis and Charleston was one of the first Walmarts to close because of the fucking pure amount of shrink numbers. They just said, you know what? Fuck this. We're done.
I went to a Walmart, the Walmart on 7th and Mayan.
Yeah.
I was buying socks and underwear, and they had them in glass cases. You had to push a button to get somebody to come over and help you.
I don't think I've ever been to that Walmart.
Well, it didn't used to be this way. So I had to push the button. Me and two other people are sitting there waiting. None of the employees walking by have a key.
Yeah.
So then they come. I was going to get the underwear and the socks and get some groceries. And I happened to go to that part first. Apparently, I should have gone to the groceries first. But me, I like to get the cold things last.
I was gonna say, well, if you got anything that was cold, you probably would have had to go back and swap it out again.
Yeah. So I
or just throw it away.
And then she takes my socks and underwear up to the register to make sure that I go up there to pay for them.
What the fuck?
I couldn't even do my other grocery shop. By the time I got up there and paid out, I was like, fuck it. I don't even want to be in the store anymore. I'm leaving.
$22 worth of fucking underwear.
What am I should I walk this out to my car and come back in? I don't think so. Yeah, I was not.
What I love doing, because it sketches a lot of people out in stores like that and they don't know how to react, is like if you go buy cologne in Walmart, it's their own fucking check stand.
Yeah.
Give me a bag. You go to electronics, it's their own check stand. Give me a bag. So already walking around with a bag in my hand, people start to watch you.
Oh, absolutely.
Because what else is he going to put in there? What else? So I'll purposefully get something. If I know I'm going to get it, I will get it first just to walk around and make them do extra fucking work to watch me. And I'll act shady just to make them waste their fucking time.
Well, the thing that bugs me is if you go back to electronics and you're going to be getting other things too, and you want to buy something, a lot of times like, oh, you have to pay for that here. Yeah. Making me have to walk around with that bag.
No, exactly.
That's their choice.
You're going to make me, that's why I do it on purpose.
Yeah.
To make them waste their time for being fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And we've talked about like Walmart receipts many times, but I don't know the last time that I saw somebody by the exit waiting to check receipts. So I don't know if it's just here, like just the one on Pyramid, they got rid of it, or if it's not a super common thing anymore.
The one that I was at, when the last time I checked my receipt it was on that same 7th, and I'd bought dog food that day, the big bag.
Yeah.
And the funny thing was, I walked up to the self-checkout, and it said card declined. So the person before me had a declined card. I didn't see them anywhere around. I didn't see the cart with groceries anywhere around.
Yeah.
So the most likely they had their declined, and they went out the store anyway.
Yeah, because
but then
you watch everything. They put their card in. They waited. They did this. Oh, that's actually fucking brilliant.
But I exited out of the screen so I could actually do my groceries.
Yeah.
I had the dog food and just a few other things. As soon as I go to exit the self-checkout part, he stops me. I'm like, why are you checking me? Well, I buy dog food here all the time. And he's like, well, your dog food isn't in its own bag. I mean, isn't in a shopping bag. And I'm like,
do you know what size bags are? You fucking what?
I'm like, if you have a bag big enough for me to put this in, I'll put it in it. And
I'm
besides,
sorry, sir. Your TV's not in a fucking bag.
Let me see your receipt.
What do you want?
I should have said to him, is this because the person before me had a declined payment? Because mine went through. You can see.
Well, that's or some comment like that, and you go, okay. You turn around to the check stand, grab a chunk of bags, and then walk back into the store. Be like, I'll be right back.
Yeah. All this shit will be in bags.
Yeah, just to see their response. I can't stand it, bro.
Uh, now, we've talked about it. I understand it at Costco or Sam's Club. But you pay for membership to be there.
Yeah, and it's part of the membership agreement that you fucking agreed to
Yeah.
as being there.
When I went to Costco last week, it's funny because you can grab the boxes
Yeah.
and put them in there, but I remembered that sometimes when I bag my own groceries, sometimes I accidentally get an extra bag. So I was about to go grab a box, and I'm like, I only have a few things. So I was like, screw it, I'll just put them in the bag. They're sitting in my car anyway.
Yeah.
Then I can just take it up to the elevator. But yeah, but I had it all nice and neat, so they didn't have to even move things around. They just, okay, I can see all the items here. Mark with a little highlighter, and I'm out.
Yeah. I'm still like semi not concerned, but like I don't think they know how to count most of the time.
Sometimes they don't really look. Sometimes they just kind of
No,
look.
exactly. They're just like, yeah,
That looks good.
have a good day. I'm
Yeah.
like, what it okay, so
Did you miss the flat screen?
you just handed me my receipt back. Name one thing on it. Don't look at the receipt, don't look at the card. Name one thing on it. One.
The flat screen TV on the bottom rack doesn't count. That might not be on the
Jesus
receipt.
Christ. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
So
I just saw, and it's so I'm stopping buying meat. I'm gonna use all the meat that's in my freezer, and then I'm gonna start buying at least half a cow at a time.
yeah.
The U.S. just lifted after 27 years the ban on Paraguayan meat beef. Their beef is, from what I read in this article, I don't know anything about Paraguay other than how to fucking spell its name and maybe point close to where it is on a map. Maybe.
So you're ready for a spelling bee.
Yeah. They are fairly known for like rampant health concerns in their cattle.
That's not good.
Like hand, foot, mouth, whatever, like mad cow disease, like all like list it, and they have fucking beef with it. And from what we've talked about on a previous one, if they import it and we provide any value, it's now U.S. beef. So if they ship it here and it somehow magically passes USDA inspection, or, you know, just like any other government agency, I'm sure they can't be corrupt or bribed, or they do everything by the book. So that's not a concern. But if it passes any of their tests, now it's U.S. beef, and we don't know that it came from fucking Paraguay. So after 27 years of having that fucking ban, now it's fine.
All right, doesn't sound good.
So I'm done buying beef. I'm done buying chicken. I'm done buying eggs because they're fucking $5 a dozen too. I was talking to a couple friends of like finding local people with either like duck eggs that I guess are like, I know ducks are bigger, but like duck eggs are a lot more dense of an egg.
I guess I'm just gonna have to do my grocery shopping here when you get a half a cow. I'll need this much ground beef today.
Yeah, but so, and then I want to find like chicken, like find it all locally, because you know it's going to be at least decent quality. Like you can go make sure that the cow doesn't look like a fucking cartoon barely standing up.
Well, Nathan's talked about having chickens. So Nathan, we need you to start getting some chickens because we want some eggs.
Yeah. That's I've considered it, but I'm not allowed to have a fucking dog. So
yeah, I doubt you're allowed to have chickens.
I don't think I can have fucking chickens. And if I can have chickens, I'm getting a dog because there's coyotes that roam the streets at night. Right here. So
roaming bands of coyotes.
If I have chickens and not dogs, I will not have chickens very soon. So like, yeah, I don't want to fucking deal with that. But
I know somebody.
But I would very happily pay. I'd have to fucking think about it.
I know somebody in Fernley who has chickens and goats.
Because I'm not trying to pay fucking like $5-8 a dozen for fucking eggs. No. Like I like fresh eggs. I used to get them for free from my buddy, but I haven't asked him about it in a while. I was fine with paying for them. He's like, no, 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 and just give them to me. I'm like, oh, keep them coming.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
I'd be having omelets all the time.
Yeah, like I was for a while. I was eating like between 4 and 6 eggs a day.
Nice. I love eggs. But I told you I saw a story about something very unusual yesterday. And I think maybe it's going too far. When people are like, well, it could used to be, with medical procedures, doctors used to be like, we're not removing something that's good. That's just not something we do. If something's wrong with it, we'll try to fix it, but we don't want to remove healthy body parts.
Yeah, like I feel like I only want one lung now.
Yeah. Okay. You identify as you've always felt that you only have one.
But I want to keep the second one so that I can put helium in it and fucking
of course,
tie it onto a balloon string and walk around holding a fucking lung.
I mean, yeah, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
But like you were born and you had two lungs and you've always felt like you should have only had one, so you're going to get one removed. You identify as a one lung person. So, yeah, well, this person it wasn't a lung, but decided that they always felt they should be blind. And that, identified as blind, I guess. And she had her vision removed.
Her whole eyes removed.
I don't know. I don't know how they did it, but yeah, she had dark sunglasses on, and she couldn't see anymore. And the people on the panel were like, could not fucking believe that this person. She said, "No, I don't regret it. I always felt like I should be blind." Yeah.
Does she have kids?
Probably not. Judging from what I saw.
I'm glad.
Because I'm like, wait, so
that's concerning.
So, but that's a trend people want to do now is change things like that. Most people, there's a time that nobody would have ever thought, you know what? I'm tired of seeing. Let me get rid of these.
There's no words.
There's no word. I know. And then I also saw another story where, get this, environmentalists, extreme environmentalists, are saying that we should voluntarily go extinct to save the planet. That's a real thing.
I would believe that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they know this or not, but the planet is its own ecosystem that has ups and downs.
Yeah.
And it can get sick and get well by itself, with or without us.
And the thing is
like, sure, we're basically a virus on the planet, but if it gets bad enough, the Earth can get a fever.
Yeah.
Which is what they claim is global warming, but it's not even that right now. So like climate change is its own fucking up and down like pattern of everything that's happened nonstop since the fucking planet's gotten here.
But the planet's been here for 4 billion years, and there's been all sorts of different extinctions over the time that it has existed.
Exactly.
And it's going to keep going on.
Exactly. So like that's
ridiculous.
Yeah, like, okay, you go first. No, I would never. Like, oh, weird.
Weird, yeah. You want us all to do it, but so you want to just save it for you and your buddies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go first.
I've seen a lot of those videos where they show what it would be like if suddenly we were all gone.
Yeah.
And what different cities would look like and the different years it would take to do things. And like Vegas changes real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I would want to know, because like you see it in a lot of like the apocalypse movies and TV shows and fucking like just everything. How long would it take for like a skyscraper to there be no trace of it?
Yeah.
How? And how long?
That's a good question.
So like I think it would be a really fucking long time because
it wouldn't be quick.
Glass, metal, bricks, whatever.
You might have things grow over it, but
yeah, like
it would still be there. You'd still know.
But it would still be there. Like it would erode out slowly. But until you can't see it at all, or like look at the ruins that exist from 3,000 or 10,000 years ago now, of like how little is left or like what structures are weird and like
Well, look
this
at,
is
but some of them, look how much there still is. Like the
yeah
Roman Colosseum, there's
yeah
still quite a bit of that there,
yeah. So like
and the aqueducts, the Roman
yeah
aqueducts. Those are
yeah like how can like oh well ancient civilizations. I'm like okay where they're like oh well it's since been or like Atlantis sunk but we can't find it and there's nothing left. Like what it was it made out of fucking seaweed and jelly that as soon as it sunk it was just like hmm.
and the only like I can think is like um because everything's moving down there, ships. You've got lava coming out of the ground all the time, so eventually it gets buried.
Yeah, I can see that. But and that's the weird part too is and I've said it before on here of like if we can like drill down and core sample and be like here's where and it's like fucking 20 something feet down of like here's where like the 1830s ground was.
Mhm.
Where's all this extra fucking land coming from?
Good question.
Like because we still have mountains. Where's where?
Well, some of the mountains are actually receding, like the Appalachian Mountains. It's slow, but they're actually receding. They're going down.
Look, I can understand that because the tectonic plates and like just
Yeah,
how everything shifts. Like that makes sense. But over 150, like 300 years,
it's a slow process.
I don't think that it's like, okay, maybe you lost like 3 or 4 inches, maybe a foot and a half. I don't know.
Yeah.
But in order to like, oh, hey, I just found this town. Uh, I didn't like it very much. So we covered it up with dirt, but now we're 8 feet fucking higher. And we're going to build a new town right here. How? How are the traveling points between not even fucking more steep because you're just building up nonstop? Where did they get all this fucking dirt? How did they pack it correctly? They don't have shit.
So I know some places where they build lakes and they put it where towns used to be,
Yeah.
and they'll literally they won't get the buildings or anything out. They'll just fill it in with water.
That's what they do with Lake Mead.
There was a lake that I used to go to that there's a town underneath it. I mean, I don't know. Well, I'm pretty sure the buildings, they're not still standing.
Yeah. But that's so either it used to be the earth, used to be one of the most like violently fucking spiky terrain like with how far down certain things have been or
Yeah.
whatever. Either the earth was the most violently fucking spiky like valleys and fucking mountains and that's what they were like every time something would happen they'd send this team up to the top of the mountain. They just sit up there with a hammer just tink 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 and like kicking it into the fucking valley so they can bury something.
I,
And then now we're at where we are of like there's mountains and valleys but it's not fucking horrible.
yeah.
Or I don't like even if the Great Flood was a thing, okay, that explains one. That explains one.
Yeah. I can tell you this though.
But there are every fucking layer, and they're like, oh yeah, like here's the Roman roads, and here's fur.
I can tell you this that when I was driving home Saturday morning, and there was all that snow and stuff, and I remember at one point I looked over to the right of me and I saw the ditch on the side, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go off the road into that.
Yeah, no.
And then the one accident I told you I saw on the way, somebody was in a ditch.
Was it the red HHR?
Yeah.
In the center, and it was like tipped weird.
Tipped weird, and it looked like it was missing one of its wheels.
Yeah, he was already there when I drove past.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I don't.
I'm honestly surprised there was not more.
I thought there was going to be a big accident. I thought I was going to be stuck in traffic for a long time.
We were going like 45 the whole way home.
Yeah, me too.
Damn.
But I got out pretty quick. I mean, if I could have shoved people out of the way, I would have. But no.
I left like 5 or 6 minutes earlier than normal too.
I ran. Like once I got clocked out, I was basically running up to my car. They told us walk like a penguin, and I said, "Fuck that! Yeah, I'm not walking like a penguin. I've been walking on ice and snow for a large portion of my life, I'm not going to suddenly start waddling like a fucking penguin. It's just not going to happen. Because I grew up in Nebraska.
Yeah.
I remember one day, I'll never forget this. I was supposed to be going to school that day. And I'm like, are you sure it wasn't canceled yet? And my mom's like, no, it wasn't canceled. I'm like, are you positive? She's like, yes. So I go outside, and at this house, we had a ramp. And I kind of slipped on the ramp. Then I got down to the end of the ramp and got onto my driveway to walk out to the sidewalk. That wasn't who walking out to the sidewalk. I slid. I was standing up sliding, and I got all the way to the sidewalk. And I turned, and I was able to get into the grass area so I didn't fall. And I go back in. I'm like, are you positive school wasn't canceled? Yeah. So I walk all the way to school. There's ice fucking everywhere. The roads are covered in ice. The sidewalks are covered in ice. Everything is covered in ice. There's no snow. It's literally all ice.
Jesus Christ.
I get to school. Weirdly enough, I was on time that day. I was not on time for school a lot. I go to the door. I go to open it. Nope. Yeah. School was canceled.
Nice.
Yeah.
How did that go? Did you just spend the whole day doing whatever? You went back home and were like, what
I
the
went
fuck?
back home and said, oh, yeah, school was canceled. She's like, what are you doing home? I'm like, school was canceled. No, it wasn't. I'm like, I turn on the TV.
Jesus.
There it is. Canceled. Do you think I walked all the way to school to just turn around and go home for the fuck of it?
He's like, oh, I just figured you sat around the corner and just waited.
No. I'd had better places to go to than that, but yeah. Yeah, I was not a happy person. I almost ended up on my ass a couple times. Because it was all ice, and
Yeah.
there's some uphill shit. Yeah. You think
Uphill
driving uphill?
both ways in the ice. Yeah.
There was some downhill stuff too, but
There's a lot of people that don't understand how momentum works. And especially when it's icy, they're like, if you keep fucking going, we're all going to be safe.
yes, but if you're in, I was going to mention this because I'm like, they're putting on their brakes. I'm like, dude, stop putting on your fucking brakes. I know you see ice, but if you slam on your brakes, it's
going to be worse.
You're going to make it so much worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make it through the ice because I have to stop behind you.
So there was actually an accident on the way home the other day. I didn't see it. It had to have been after you got past also, because there's a fucking hole in the guardrail that goes between the two, like oncoming and
Yeah.
like it's the size of, I think this room at least, like a 10 or 12 foot
Damn.
fucking hole where it's fucking smashed and the guardrail is peeled into the other side. Like somebody fucking hit it so fast that they just right over. It's by Lockwood.
Damn. Yeah, I would have noticed that.
Look for it this next time going to work. It's fucking bad. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they visited Lockwood.
Yeah.
Because it's peeled towards Lockwood. Like, so they hit it on the way back to Sparks. And with, I would imagine, a lot of speed. And maybe cleared the whole fucking other side.
Wow. That's crazy. I of course, I did see a snowplow when I was on my way to 80, and that were turning around to clear the other side. At first I saw it, and I dodged myself with the flashing lights. I was like, okay, get fucking moving. If you're a snowplow, get out of the, I mean, first I was like, get out of the way. But if you're a snowplow, start fucking plowing.
Yeah.
Which it did, but it didn't plow the direction I was going, of course.
Yeah.
They always wait to plow the direction I'm going after I'm done going it. It's like they get a call telling people, hey, you know what? Clear the way for the people going into work, not the people going out.
Well, I mean, that if they're stationed in Sparks or whatever, it would make sense with the same schedule that we always have. But he was
on the same side of the road as me, and he did a U-turn to go the other way.
Oh.
Yeah. Right before 80.
Oh.
He could have cleared that ramp.
That's dumb.
Yeah. But I do have a lighter side story, sort of. There was a guy in Las Vegas who was convicted of murder.
I don't think we have the same definition of lighter side story.
I just at the beginning of the story. So he at some point gets out, on parole. He violates parole, which, is a bad thing, but he also committed a federal crime at the same time. So now he has to go to state and federal. So the federal's like, we get him first. So federal goes and they pull him, they put him in a federal prison.
Mm-hmm.
He gets out of that prison. And they don't bother to tell the state that, hey, we've just released this guy. Here, you guys can have him now. No, this guy has been out. He was out. State of Nevada did not know that this guy was not in the system anywhere. And
for how long?
For like a year.
Oh.
And then at one point, they're like, oh, he's up for his parole hearing. And they're like, oh, wait, where's he at? They had no idea where the fuck he was at. They eventually found him, like, at like a traffic stop or some shit later. Like, wait, aren't you supposed to be locked up? See, that's why it's a lighter side. So he eventually got put back in.
I don't understand that shit either. Of like, oh, okay, well, you have to this and you have to this. Like, if it's that way, just combine them and either do it all in federal or all in state.
Yeah.
And negotiate it that way with the court. That's it's a waste of taxpayers' money.
Absolutely. But speaking of somebody else, Danny Masterson, I mentioned this at work. Yeah. I found all sorts of other things out but apparently because when they first put him in someplace, they put him in a place that was like a holding place to figure out where they're going to put him after that.
Yeah.
And apparently this judge was like, after he tried to get released until his appeal came through, she's like, fuck no, you're a flight risk. Immediately puts him into a maximum security. And apparently at the maximum security, they don't like rapists very much. So they're like, okay, let's get him.
Most people in prison don't like rapists.
Yeah, so they're like, let's get him. So he was not coming out of his cell at all. He was not coming out. He was just staying, not even going out to eat, not going out of the yard, nothing. Yeah. So eventually they have to check on him and do a health thing. But I guess it was in the works that they were going to be moving him to minimum. And I guess when they took him and they moved him, because like apparently he heard that there was a hit out on him. I guess according to this guy I was watching, he says that the guards there, they'll screw with you. They'll be like, yeah, somebody's going to get you, and they'll let you know because they hear about it too. Yeah. They don't give a fuck. So they take him out and they're carrying him, taking him down to medical for his transfer. And all the gangs have heard that he's going to be getting. So every one of them wants to be the first ones to get him.
Yeah.
So apparently they're walking him down, and the BBC, which is not what you think it might be, it has nothing to do with something being big and black, but it has to do with Brothers by Choice. Apparently they got to him while.
Oh, not even the fucking British broadcasting
No, it's not
channel?
even British. Yeah, not even them either. Yeah, they got tattoos with BBC on it. I don't know. But he's walking him down, and he says apparently they attacked him. So people got put in solitaire. Normally even the attackee gets put into solitaire. He was in there for like an hour and a half, according to the thing I heard. And then they transferred him over to some other place. And get this, like they put him into a place with, like he's in basically a hospice. Like he's the youngest person there. All the other people are 65 and older.
Wow.
So the person who's talking about this is like, he's like, I don't understand how this happens, because it's not because he's a celebrity, because they don't give a fuck. To them, you're nothing. It doesn't matter you were on a good TV show years ago. They're going to lock you wherever. They don't give a shit about you. You're just another person.
Yeah.
Not even a person. You're a number. So they think it has something to do with Scientology. Like he has some information on Scientology, so they're using their money and influence to get him. Yeah. Yeah, because he's a Scientologist, apparently. He used to be.
That took the fucking weirdest turn.
Yeah. So I don't know.
It was information on Scientology.
Because he was a Scientologist, but he left the church. So, but they wouldn't have a reason to protect him, because they protected him on the rapes, apparently. Like told the people, no, you can't come forward. You can't say anything against the church.
I have so many questions that I don't have the words to make.
Allegedly, these are things that happened, though. within the Church of Scientology.
I don't understand.
Yeah. But I mean, there's no reason why he would be put into that particular position where the people around him are not much of a threat.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a temporary thing until they're waiting for another bed. I don't know what's going on, but
yeah, I don't. That's weird.
because people want to get their hands on him.
Huh. Well,
And then, like I said, they said there's a hit out on him.
well, yeah.
So all the different gangs wanted to.
There is on most. Like, I don't know about like a formal hit.
Well, I'm not saying like a contract,
but there is on most like rapists and sex offenders and.
But they often like to torture them and bleed them dry out of any money they might have.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, you got that going into your cantina. Yeah, send that shit my way.
Yeah.
Oh, that ramen you're getting? Yeah, that's my
now.
ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they're my bitch now. Any of that could be. Yeah.
Well, huh.
But yeah.
That's an interesting.
I liked that 70s show a lot. I was a big fan.
I liked it. I liked it a decent bit. I wasn't a massive fan. I didn't watch it like soon after it came out. Like it was a late blooming thing for me.
I watched it religiously. I loved it. Except when Eric and when the two characters left.
Yeah.
When Ashton Kutcher and when they both Topher Grace, when they're both gone, I didn't watch the new guy. I didn't care. I
don't think I knew that they left.
Yeah, they did. There was a season, I think.
Huh.
And then, like, I did see the final episode, and Eric and Ashton Kutcher both came back for that episode. But I love that show. I've seen all the episodes with Eric still on it.
Well, I think that's a decent spot to stop. We're over an hour. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Some Offense Intended. If you're listening to this, I think you know that we do weekly stuff. Please like, share, subscribe, follow on TikTok and Twitter. It's at Some Offense Pod. Go to your favorite podcast platform and do a follow, subscribe. We saw that there was a couple like really good reviews or something. So if you haven't done that, please do that too.
Please.
And we're gonna work on figuring out again of like, I don't know, either how we can boost it or how we can do better, more, I don't know.
Or gooder.
Yeah, because with how much stuff, at least I have going on, Mike's got his own stuff too. How much stuff we have going on, I don't know. Like I don't know. We're working on shit. And help us out by making it better also, by sharing and telling people. And we'll talk to you next time. Goodbye.